Okay, is this thing on? Okay, so I'm out in the wilderness. I'm already out of breath. So you guys, the thing is that, oh my gosh. The thing is that I wrote in my journal today something pretty sad. And it's not how I feel all the time, but I guess it's just how I felt today. And it said, what did it say? It said, do you ever feel so lonely where it's hard to feel anything else? And I was like, okay. I was like, okay. Little bit sad, but I don't always feel like that. So anyway, so I guess I came to touch some grass to feel something, because there's this beautiful hike thing that I've always wanted to do that kind of scares me. So I was like, why don't I just do something? Why don't I just do something that kind of scares me and show myself I can do it? And I know I can. I don't know, I guess like just the thrill of just doing it. I don't even know how any of this correlates to each other. But this is the view. And I figured, hey, you and me will overcome this together. It's kind of freaking beautiful out here. So yeah. So I figured I don't have to be alone if I got my camera. So we'll see. The only thing I'm praying is like I don't get bit by a snake. But it really is giving like very beautiful out here. And the only thing I'm a little bit scared of is that it looks a little bit rainy. And I don't know. Like, tell me you don't think Mr. Darcy should just be walking out of that path right there. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Pure untouched greenery. That's like my favorite thing ever, is just wild grass and wild greenery, because it's so much better than like a paved hike or like a wilderness place you have to pay to park at. I just need this. Like literally I need this. Needed this. So yeah, it's kind of foggy, which is kind of freaking sick. I kind of feel like I said, I feel like I'm in like the British countryside, which is where I want to live and die. I think I feel that for me. But yeah, I don't know if you can see how foggy it is. But here's a trail. Oh shoot, I see a gate. Let's see what that means. Okay, so here's the problem. I see this, but then I also see that pathway. So it's kind of like I'm supposed to walk it. That looks cool. So I don't know what to tell them. Like, I saw the keep out sign, but also I see people walking this all the time. And yeah. So I don't know. Should we go left or right, you guys? There's that path. And then there's that path. I need to make a decision. Look at all these beautiful clovers. I can't believe, can I just say that I can't believe, I was kind of going over like 2020, you can't really see me. I was kind of going over things that happened in 2025 in my head, and this is such a pretty background. Okay. And one thing that happened, oh my gosh, you can't see me. One thing that happened is that I found a 5-leaf clover, which was kind of 1 in a billion. And I found it on March 14th. And for some of you, you're like, what the heck does that have to do with anything? That's 3.14, which is like my tagline. I don't know what to say. It's like the thing I chose to call myself, Natalia 3.14. Why did I choose that? I'm not too sure. But I really like it now because of what that decimal number represents, which is like the number. I have to stop because you can't see me. Because the number is like an anomaly. So it's a mathematical, what is it called? It's like a crazy thing in mathematics that doesn't happen. The number goes on forever. And that's the only number that goes on forever. Now, what does that even mean? I'm not too sure. But I think it's cool because I like to take that meaning into art. And art is infinite and it's subjective. And one piece of art can mean an infinite amount of things to an infinite amount of different things to infinite amount of different people. And so that's kind of what I choose to like embrace that number's meaning as. It's so pretty. I'm glad I did this. It's actually hella chill. And yeah, I wonder if you could see me like walking up. I just had my glasses in my crotch, I just realized. So that's kind of sick. But, I like doing this. I like talking and walking. And I'm crying. I always just have to start crying. And I think that I feel like it's just me in life. So I'm going to post this for maybe it's other people. Dude, your 20s are freaking hard. They're freaking confusing and really scary. And every day feels like you have to like decide the next 10 years of your life. And you're fighting like your desires with your needs and your gifts with practicality. And not even that there's a lot of pressure on me about that. It's kind of just myself. So, anyway. Your 20s are hard and they can be really lonely and isolating because you're kind of like branching out into your own path, of course. And I know I'm no exception to that, and that actually brings me a lot of comfort. But sometimes, you know, your world is your world and it really feels like only you out there. So, if you're watching this for God knows what reason, you're not alone. I'm right there with you. Confused, lonely, sad a lot, but it's okay because I think the counteraction to I don't know how to say this. Depression, the counteraction to caving in on yourself. This isn't really a good example. Is exploding. It's like creating. It's giving out instead of falling within. So I think it's important to, no matter what, stay creating, stay hopeful, even if like you feel like your best days are in your past. Look to those and like tell yourself it's gonna get better. And I don't know. Saying all that stuff sounds so redundant because it's like, yeah, duh, stay hopeful. Oh my god, that's scary. Hope that everything's get better, because at the end of the day, that's kind of all you can do, is hope. But I've come to the end of my trail, and I kind of want to keep walking, but anyway, if you feel lonely or scared, you're not alone. I'm right there with you. I'm also lonely and scared. So follow along. Follow my YouTube so you can be friends with me and be freaking awesome with me. And I think I'm actually going to go back to that trail. But see, you guys, this trail that intimidated me and scared me, I'm going back up it because it wasn't intimidating nor scary. And it was actually kind of short. And it was a lot bigger in my head than it was in actuality. So, I'm gonna go back up it. Do the hard things, people. Oh my gosh. I guess I would say this tear. I guess I would say the best way to combat loneliness is walking. Gosh, how pretty is this wall? It's like a wall of greens. It's so pretty. The best way to combat loneliness, I think, is... What do I think? I don't know, I guess I'm trying to figure it out. I guess that's a very good question. Talking to a camera. Writing. Doing stuff that scares you. La la la. I don't know, it's kind of hard to say. Because also, like this, you can only do what you can for the day, you know? Like, just choose some way to combat it for one day. And, because it won't be a problem forever. So you just gotta take it day by day. I'm also a super picky person. So when I say stuff like that, like, it's so lonely, I actually like it, prefer it. Because I just don't F with people like that. Like, a lot of people, more than not, annoy me and bother me. Like, I'm just a really picky person like that. So honestly, I'm choosing my own battles. And this is a battle I'll happily take. Loneliness, although it really effing sucks, it's sort of a privilege battle, you know? Because I couldn't be lonely if I didn't want to be. But I choose to be because it's so much more fascinating and interesting, and it's a very interesting human emotion, you know? It's kind of like you literally see people do it. Like, how low will you go to not be lonely? People stay in the worst relationships. People have the worst friends. People make the worst decisions, all out of a fear of being alone. And I think people who choose love and peace and joy and purity and happiness and standards and respect, I think they're so much better off. And that's the problem with me in particular. I have the values of like an 80-year-old, you know, like I value actually important stuff. And a lot of people my age don't. I've never felt my age. I never have. Probably never will. Well, probably when I'm older I will feel my age. But I just don't have the same value system a regular 24-year-old does. And that's just my path. And that's totally okay. Or anyone close to my age. But if anything keeps you comfort, just know that if there's you, there's another. I always say this to everybody if they're ever feeling lonely, or if they ever feel like nobody's going to come for them, or be with them, or they're never going to find a life partner, or something. And that is a freaking Star Wars quote, but it's like, in Star Wars, wherever there's like a good, another rises as their equal in the Force to keep balance in the Force. So I think that is true for life. That was a butchered version of that quote. But I think that's true for life. Like, if there's you, there's another. There's a balance in the world, and you're no exception to that. And there's so much comfort in not being the exception. And yeah, if there's you, there's another just like you. You just gotta go get out. Be you. Get out and be you.